Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. I've been asked to read from Srimad Bhagavatam, the advent of Lord Krishna in preparation for Janmashtami. So we're just going to read a few shlokas from here, from the Canto 10, Chapter 1. Bhumir dripta nripavyaja Daityanika Shatayutaihi Akranta Bhuri Bharena Brahmanam Sharanam Yayo. I'm reading from text 17 of Canto 1, Chapter 1. Once when Mother Earth was overburdened by hundreds of thousands of military phalanxes of various conceited demons dressed like kings, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. When the world is overburdened by unnecessary military arrangements, and when various demoniac kings are the executive heads of state, this burden causes the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of a religion, at that time I appear myself. When the residents of this earth become atheistic and godless, they descend to the status of animals like dogs and hogs, and thus their only business is to bark among themselves. This is dharmasya glani, deviation from the goal of life. Human life is meant for attaining the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness. But when people are godless and the presidents or kings are unnecessarily puffed up with military power, their business is to fight and increase the military strength of their different states. Nowadays, therefore, it appears that every state is busy manufacturing atomic weapons to prepare for a third world war. How true. Such preparations are certainly unnecessary. They reflect the false pride of the heads of state. The real business of a chief executive is to see to the happiness of the mass of people by training them in Krishna consciousness in different divisions of life. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashah. A leader should train the people as Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras, and engage them in various occupational duties, thus helping them progress towards Krishna consciousness. Instead, however, rogues and thieves in the guise of protectors arrange for a voting system, and in the name of democracy they come to power by hook or crook and exploit the citizens. Even long ago, asuras, persons devoid of God consciousness, became the heads of state, and now this is happening again. The various states of the world are preoccupied with arranging for military strength. Sometimes they spend 65% of the government's revenue for this purpose. But why should people's hard-earned money be spent in this way? Because of the present world situation, Krishna has descended in the form of the Krishna consciousness movement. This is quite natural, for without the Krishna consciousness movement, the world cannot be peaceful and happy. Gaura bhutva shumukhikinna karandanti karunam vibho upastitantike tasmai vyasanam samavochata. Mother Earth assumed the form of a cow. Very much distressed with tears in her eyes, she appeared before Lord Brahma and told him about her misfortune. Brahma tat ubadharyatha sahadevaistaya saha jagama satri nayanas tiram kshirapayonidhe. Thereafter, having heard of the distress of Mother Earth, Lord Brahma with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva, and all other demigods approached the shore of the milk ocean. After Lord Brahma understood the precarious condition of the earth, he first visited the demigods headed by Lord Indra, who are in charge of the various affairs of this universe, and Lord Shiva, who is responsible for annihilation. Both maintenance and annihilation go on perpetually under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Those who are obedient to the laws of God are protected by different servants and demigods, whereas those who are undesirable are vanquished by Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma first met all the demigods, including Lord Shiva. Then along with Mother Earth, they went to the shore of the ocean of milk, where Lord Vishnu lies on a white island, Shvetadvipa. Tatra gatva jagannatham devadevam vrishakapim purusham purusha-shuktena upataste samahitah. After reaching the shore of the ocean of milk, the demigods worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the Master of the whole universe, the Supreme God of all gods, who provides for everyone and diminishes everyone's suffering. With great attention, they worship Lord Vishnu, who lies on the ocean of milk, by reciting the Vedic mantras known as the Purusha-Shukta. The demigods, such as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, King Indra, Chandra, and Surya, are all subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aside from the demigods, even in human society, there are many influential personalities supervising various businesses or establishments. Lord Vishnu, however, is the God of gods, Parameshwara. He is Paramapurusha, the Supreme Being, Paramatma, as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchitananda Vigraha. Krishna, known as Govinda, is the Supreme Controller. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. No one is equal to or greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he is described here by many words: Jagannatha, Devadeva, Vrishakapi, and Purusha. The supremacy of Lord Vishnu is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita in the statement by Arjuna, Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum. You are the Supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode, and the purifier, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all-pervading beauty. Krishna is Adi Purusha, the original personality of Godhead. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Vishnu is a plenary expansion of Lord Krishna, and all the Vishnu Tattvas are Parameshwara Deva Deva. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatan Vitamtang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. This is a pre-Janmashtami Srimad Bhagavatam class from today onwards. In other words, we are preparing for Janmashtami. Why should we prepare for Janmashtami? That's the temple does it. They do all the preparation, they do all the organization, the devotees run around and they, go and get donations and they prepare a great feast for us the next day, and we just have to go enjoy the festival eat, dance, chant, be happy. True. You are right, you could be 100% right. But here the preparation is more subtle. We're talking about a subtle preparation. We're talking about ourselves being able to receive the Lord, being able to celebrate even Janmashtami. So even in the puja department, they will do a sankalpa. They will do an adivas ceremony the day before. They prepare the deities, they prepare themselves in meditation. That tomorrow is the Lord's birthday, and so what should I do? I should, apart from doing the physical cleaning, I should also keep my heart clean. I should also make my heart prepared in such a way that it can receive Krishna. We must be prepared to prepare. Why I'm saying that? Preparation is always something that we don't like very much. We like to directly dive into the program. Like I said, when is the Janmashtami? I'll come on that day. Morning I'll be coming, and then I'll dance and chant, and then I'll go away. But Janmashtami is such an event that if you really want to enter into Janmashtami, then you may prepare yourself so that you can receive the Lord and duly perform celebration, which is not just external celebration, it is an internal celebration. It's an internal welcoming of the Lord. So you can see that although Vasudeva and Devaki know that the Lord is going to be born to them, they are getting ready to prepare for the Lord. And they are going through so many different types of difficulties. That is preparation. Krishna is not achieved so easily. Every good thing in this material world that you have got through with some difficulty, some hard work, some austerity, penance. So you want to achieve Krishna also, you have to do some amount of work or not? But the feeling inside we have is Krishna and all that, it is up to him. It is up to him. If he wants, if he gives himself to me, I will accept. Otherwise, I'm busy working for other things. I do work very hard for my job, for my children, and for my parents, and for my other things, and for my name and fame in this world and society, and settling down and everything. Who else will do that for me? But if I am supposed to be Krishna conscious, it's up to Krishna to do it. This is somehow the subtle plan in the backside, at least in India. In the backside, somewhere there is an assumption that it's not so much my responsibility as much as it is Krishna's responsibility. I did my job. I did all my duties correctly. I have qualified myself. Actually, it's true. It's only Krishna who can give you bhakti. But if it is religion you're talking about, then you must prepare yourself. The responsibility is yours. It's very interesting. Bhakti, you offer to the Lord, you prepare yourself how? By becoming eager to get love of Krishna. What is the preparation is, I want to get attracted to Krishna. What I should do to get attracted to Krishna? That is the preparation. The preparation is not that you do all the regular external things alone. You prepare yourself for getting the mercy of Krishna. One of the most important things you have to prepare yourself with eagerness, desire. Tatra mulyam laulyam. The only currency you have to pay for that is greed for getting Krishna. Do you have a burning greed and a burning desire for Krishna? Then Krishna presents himself to you. Right? If you don't have so much of a desire, and if you're not having a burning desire, then ye yata mam prapadyante tangs tataiva bhajamiham. As much as you have a burning desire, that much Krishna presence. Because it is not something that you earn by your material work. It is something that is lying dormant in you and you bring it forth. So now this is what is preparation. Devotees know preparing means awakening my dormant desire for love of God. That is a very difficult thing to do for most people. Because most people in the material world are very familiar with doing physically things, mentally things, intellectually things, for moving matter and material things. But for moving yourself as spirit soul with eagerness and desire for achieving Krishna consciousness, achieving pure love of Krishna, that preparation we are very lazy about. We know about it, we know we have to do that, sometime we will do it. The internal preparation, that is what is challenging. And that is what we don't know how to do. This is the real awakening of Krishna consciousness. All other things externally we are very good at doing. Getting up in the morning for Mangalarti, chanting Hare Krishna, reading Prabhupada's books and all that, we do as a sadhana. But our mind is not invested in it. Our heart is not invested in it very much. We are doing it as a sadhana. So the whole process of sadhana is meant for you to awaken that natural attraction that you have for Krishna. Until that comes out, you are not prepared. Until that comes out, you are not prepared. So our sadhana is meant to awaken that. The meaning of the word sadhana is to performance with the senses and the mind to awaken your desire to love Krishna. It is the meaning of sadhana. So when you perform sadhana, what should you check? What should you be awaiting should happen? Your love for Krishna should increase, your attraction to Krishna should increase. And Krishna manifests himself. You see, when Narada Muni did penance, he was a servant-maid son and his mother died in the forest, bitten by a snake. Then he was like totally alone, nobody he has. He was just not a very socially adept person. He was a servant-maid son, so he studied in some local school and was going and coming, small something. But he got the association of great rishis and sages, the Bhakti Vedantas, as is mentioned. And he became highly inspired by them because they introduced him to Krishna. They sat in his house and discussed Krishna consciousness and discussed Krishna Katha. And he was watching and hearing, my gosh, I never heard about this before. About God, about Krishna, his beautiful pastimes since a very young boy. So he became naturally attracted. Nothing else in his mind. He's not been spoiled very much by cell phone and mobile phones and some social media. None of these things. He's a simple person in the forest. So because he became attracted to Krishna by hearing about Krishna, that attraction remained in his heart as the main occupation of the heart. And then when his mother passed away, all he knew is what they had told him. So he immediately went and performed that type of austerity and penance to get Krishna. And he deeply desired Krishna. Very young boy, mother died, and he knows nothing else, but this is the only information, this is the only idea put in the head. By being fortunate, so he meditated on Krishna, and then Krishna appeared to him in his meditation. Very beautiful. He was so stunned and so happy. And then he lost. And then again he started No, I want to have that experience. Again he started meditating. And then the Lord said, I will not come to you again. A voice spoke to him and said, voice of the Lord, my dear devotee, I don't think I'll appear to you again now because you are not yet qualified to see me. He told him, you are not yet qualified to see me. But if you continue to perform this devotional service, very soon I will take you back to the spiritual world. I'll give you my association. So the Lord withdrew and said, you are not yet qualified to see me, but you're on the right track. There's a good chance that you would do it. So there we have to become qualified to be able to receive Krishna in our consciousness. That is preparation. Janmashtami does not mean every year I celebrate my birthday, just like that I'm celebrating the Lord's birthday, my son's birthday, also I celebrate my grandfather's birthday, I celebrate my father's birthday, my mother's birthday, my friend's birthday, everybody's birthday, I celebrate birthday ki jai, Janmashtami ki jai. It has nothing to do with that, actually. Transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvatah. This is the meaning of saying, if you truthfully understand my janma, if you really understand tatvatah in truth, then tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. Then for you no more punarjanma. Mameti, so Arjuna, you'll come back to me. In this shloka, it tells you exactly how to understand Janmashtami. Because understand Janmashtami in such a way that you don't come back to this world again. This is why Janma Karma Chame Divyam. And it says, Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mameti So Arjuna. Janmashtami means you should not come back to this world again. In that shloka it is mentioned actually. If you understand really what is Janmashtami, Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naiti. No more Punarjanma for you. But every year we are celebrating Janmashtami. Something is not understood by us. Because only once you need to actually celebrate that great Janmashtami and go back to Godhead. Because you'll receive Krishna. Krishna is born in your heart. He appears in your heart. Right? He appears in your heart. And Prabhupada using that analogy to say about dharma. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani. Whenever religion is upset. What is religion? Religion means rules and regulations laid down by God for peaceful human functioning in society. Period. That's what is religion. That's what is dharma. Peaceful function of human beings amongst themselves according to an organized structure. Everybody doing what they are supposed to do so that there is no disturbance. Why? God's laws are being followed. Right? And He is present. He is present. We are doing everything for Him, according to Him. We are doing, under His tutelage, all that correctly. We are following the orders of God. We are following the supremacy and the authority of God. That is called religion. You may not be purified. You may be just a person interested in material life, but still you should follow the laws of God. Then you are a religious person. Then you are a religious person. People don't understand that religion is only one of the aspects of understanding the absolute truth. It's a stepping stone to understanding the truth. If you're religious, which means you're morally, ethically right, then you become qualified to also understand the truth. And the truth is Krishna. The truth, the absolute truth is Krishna. Janmadyasya yataha anvayat itaratas charteshva vijñaswarat. That person, Krishna, is the absolute truth. He is a person. You get to understand Him if you follow religion properly. So whenever God's laws are disturbed by atheistic people, demoniac people and envious people, then Krishna descends to put it right again. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Just like whenever somebody does not follow the traffic rules properly, the police descend on him, put you back properly, and tell everybody, don't do like this fellow did. All of you follow the rules properly. And everybody knows that, oh, really, you'll get caught. That fellow got caught. I better follow the rules. The red light, the amber light, the green light, all the, this way, that way, one way, everything I should follow properly. And then traffic going on very nicely, everybody reaching their places, everybody doing what they are supposed to do or want to do, etc. Peaceful. This is religion. But what is the purpose of religion? The purpose of religion, by following these rules and regulations, is to achieve love of Krishna. Right? Now that is what is being described here. The preparation for the appearance of Krishna. That's why it's called the advent of Lord Krishna. Right? Then there will be prayers by the demigods. Then there will be a birth of Lord Krishna. There is a chapter called Birth of Lord Krishna. It is not the same as the Advent of Lord Krishna. See, in the same book there are two chapters. Advent means the coming of Krishna. And there is another, the birth of Lord Krishna, another chapter. Means he actually born. He's actually appeared. Advent means preparation. He is coming. He is coming. Oh, then the demons are all very afraid that he's coming. The devotees are all very happy he's coming. Religious people are all very happy he's coming. And devotees are planning to do seva. So Vasudeva and Devaki, they are what characters are in focus here. They are preparing to receive Krishna as their son because that is their desire, and it has been granted by Krishna. It has been granted by Krishna. I will appear as your son. You want me as your son? I will appear as your son. And what all they have to go through is described here. It is not easy to get Krishna as your son. As much as it is not so easy to become a devotee of Krishna. Because if you become a devotee of Krishna, you possess Krishna. Bhagavatam says, you control Krishna by devotion. Right? So it's not an easy commodity that you can go to the shop and buy. I want a Krishna. You can't buy like that. It's not so easy. You have to give the currency in a big way. You can see Vasudeva and Devaki doing that. In order to get Krishna as a son, they pay very dearly. They pay very dearly. But in the end, Krishna appears to them. It looks like what all big problems you are going through, is it worth it? Getting Krishna as your son? No, it's worth it. For devotees, it is worth it. Anything is worth Krishna. Anything is worth Krishna. Krishna is the most valuable possession of the devotee. Bhakti for Krishna is the most valuable possession for the devotee. So you will see how they are preparing for it. So achieving Krishna consciousness is not a very cheap thing. Achieving the supreme absolute truth is not a cheap thing. You have to pay the price for it. You have to pay the price for it. So anybody who wants, like I said, anything of good value, you have to give the price for it. Isn't it? Nothing is available cheap. Nothing is available free. Even sense gratification. You have to work very hard for it. So the value system is different. So that's what I mean by saying that we prepare ourselves for the one and only Janmashtami. We need to prepare. Once Krishna actually appears in our heart, we don't have to be here anymore. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna, you're ready to come back to me. That's what this shloka is telling. Janma karma chame divyam. My Janmashtami, if you understand properly. Of course, the story also is bewildering. You have to understand deeply. There are many questions asked by Parikshit. to Shukadeva Goswami, why did he take Krishna away to Vrindavana? Why did this happen? Why did Balaram? All sorts of questions he will ask. So preparation consists of many things. So physically what will happen, that is discussed here. That is discussed here. Initially, in the material realm, the effect is felt that the burden of the world is increasing because of so many leaders who are not properly oriented. The leadership is the Kshatriyas and the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas are more powerful than the Kshatriyas, but they don't act in the forefront. Advice of the Brahmanas is given to the Kshatriyas, and the Kshatriyas act in the forefront physically. The Brahmanas are like the intangible, powerful resource. They advise. And if you don't follow their advice, invariably you will get into trouble. Invariably you will get into trouble. Either they themselves will come and stop you from performing, or you will get into trouble. It's just a matter of time. Krishna will appear if you're too powerful a demon, then Krishna will send somebody, or gauging how powerful it is and how powerful you are, accordingly either Krishna himself will come. So it is mentioned here that Bhumi felt the burden of these people. So Bhumi will say, I can take the burden of anybody, not the burden of the person who is a liar, who is adharmic, who doesn't listen to your orders. I can't take the burden. So to lighten the burden of the earth went and cried in the form of a cow. Bhumi went and cried. And Brahma felt duty bound to respond. So he, along with Shiva, they went to the Kshira ocean, the milk ocean. All this looks very fantastic. Milk ocean? Yes, milk ocean. The Bhagavatam describes milk ocean, honey ocean, liquor ocean. My gosh, that is interesting to people here. They must be interested. They're not very interested in honey and all that. But liquor ocean is mentioned. Sugarcane juice ocean is mentioned. Whew. Tair ocean is mentioned. Curds, yogurt ocean. How, just dive into those things, how it will be, huh? Especially the liquor ocean, these people will just, I just want to go there and never come back. Yadgatvana nivartante. I want to just disappear into that. But these oceans are described, it's real. It's milk ocean. And that's where the Supreme Lord, in his form as Kshiro Dakashayi Vishnu, is reclining on Ananta Sesh. And they go there, all the demigods together, and they offer their prayers. It's mentioned here, Purusha Shukta. Om Sahasra Sirsha Purusha Sahasrakshas Sahasrabhat Sabhumin Vishvato Vritva Atyatishtat Dajangulam Puruchaye Vedagam Sarvam Yad Bhutam Yadcha Bhavyam Utamritatvasya Shanaga Yadannena Tirohati Etavanasya Mahima Ato Jaya Gumcha Purusha. Like that it goes. You can imagine all the 33 crores demigods singing this in chorus, how it will be. Powerful vibration. Huh? They stand there on the ocean and they chant this. And then Brahma contacts, wireless contact. He hears the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, telling, I have heard your prayers, I know your anxiety, I will be coming. Prepare yourself. I want all the demigods to also appear in the Bhuloka before I come. Keep everything ready and I will appear. This way he gives instructions. Before I come, what all should be ready. how things will be. Don't worry about Kamsa now. That's all very small things actually. Don't have to worry. I am coming to be with my devotees actually. In the process, I will just kill Kamsa and go away. Actually, this is what Acharyas say. It's not that the Lord has to come, oh really, Kamsa is there, I am coming, prepare myself, I will go to the gym and get ready and prepare. I will make all the ayudas and come, I will do all this. Nothing like that for Krishna. Nothing like that for Krishna. Kamsa is a nobody. You could have killed Kamsa from there only. But he actually came to perform pastimes. In the meantime, he killed Kamsa and many other asuras. Just like a joke, like a game. Every day Krishna went to the forest, he killed one demon it seems. But only few are recorded. Famous ones, some are recorded in his pastime. But actually every day, it was everyday hobby for him to kill one demon and dance with all of them. All the Gopas will dance together and have a feast in the forest. It was a fun game for them every day. So it's not that it is something very seriously important. So, but for all the demigods, it's very important because their positions are gone. They're threatened in so many ways and they're highly worried and disturbed. We are all people who follow your rules and regulations. Your order is followed. We keep up religion. So don't worry, I'll come for you. I'll set it right, don't worry. But I'm actually coming to be with my pure devotees and perform my Leela for their pleasure and for my pleasure. That is the main business. In the process, I'll do all these things. So Krishna mentioned this without talking about his Leela in Vrindavan and other things. Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki. Krishna gave this wonderful news that I'll be coming. So for the Devas, they became very happy. Krishna is coming, that's it. Definitely things will get settled up. It's just a matter of time. So they became very happy, peaceful. Just you wait, you Kamsa, just you wait, you Dhenukasura, Agasura, everybody, just you wait. It's just a matter of time. At the same time, Vasudeva and Devaki are not bothered about Kamsa and this and that. Their mind is filled with the prospect of associating with Krishna and taking part in his Leela. They are also extremely happy, much more than the demigods are happy. Demigods are happy because their position will be sustained, they'll get back their padavi and their titles and they'll sit down there and enjoy material life. That's why they are happy. But the devotees of the Lord are happy. Why? Associate with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. And we will have pastimes, I'll be part of it. That's their amazing happiness. In this way, Krishna appeared in the house of Yashoda, in the house of Vasudeva and Devaki. And what was that house? It was a prison house. The prison house of Kamsa. So, Yennaya, ivvalavu periya kadavulungringa kadasila jail da vandara. Such a big, great things you're talking about the Supreme Lord, and finally appears in a jail, in a prison house. Yes, that's the great thing about it. That's the great thing about it. The amazing thing is the Supreme Absolute Truth appears in the jail. Why? Because they are devotees, both of them. And somebody else said that, no, but it's Kamsa's house. No, he appeared. Yeah, he came to kill Kamsa. To kill Kamsa, he has to come in his house only. Assured that I've appeared in your house, in your prison house, and you will be killed. And for the same Vasudeva and Devaki, in that same residence, they were in supreme bliss. They were in supreme bliss. Because they were desiring to have Krishna as their son. And he came to satisfy that desire. When Krishna comes in one stroke, he satisfies so many devotees' desires, so many people's requirements, and amazing amount of things happen in one stroke. He does everything. Talk of multitasking, this is super duper multitasking. He does many, many things together. So you will see that the preparation is done. Vasudeva and Devaki have gone through many, many things and they've landed up in the jail. They've landed up in the jail. And Krishna, never mind where you are, you're in the jail, I come and see you there. So it doesn't matter what material situation you are in. To receive Krishna, you don't have to be in a very good, see a horoscope and see that everything is in peak, good place. You know, Shukran is very this thing, that then only Krishna consciousness will happen. No, it's happening when he's in the jail. When he's suffering the worst materially, Krishna is appearing to them. Can you see that? We are thinking that it's connected. That is the problem with religion. In religion, every time you see everything should be auspicious, everything should be shubham, everything should be nice. I checked with the astrologer, it's all fine, let's go, let's do this, everything is very good and I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying life. You're enjoying your material life. But for Krishna consciousness, it doesn't matter whether you are in Yedara Shani, 7.5 years Shani, or you are doing some great, fantastic, Jupiter is in a very good house and you're enjoying the greatest of fame and name and sense gratification. It doesn't matter. If you're qualified with devotion, Krishna appears. Krishna appears. So to Yudhishthira Maharaj also he is appearing. He is king on the throne, emperor of the whole world. He is sitting with Yudhishthira. And with Sudama he is there. He has nothing with him. Definitely his chart must be very bad, no? Definitely chart must be very bad. Just see how horoscope has got nothing to do with your spiritual life actually. But people go around putting these two things together. Sudama. And he appeared to Draupadi getting disrobed in the palace. Nobody to help her. And he appears there and gives her unlimited sari. Did he not appear? Of course she must have going through a very difficult time. Right? So all these things don't count. Bhakti supremely overcomes all these aspects. That's what you will see in the appearance of Krishna. Appearance of Krishna means triumph of bhakti, triumph of love. That's what you will see. Bhakti triumphs over every other difficulty. And it is independent of your material situation. It's independent of your material situation. Sometimes those who suffer the worst things in this world are the ones who have grown their bhakti to the topmost level. Because they are swimming against the current and they have become very strong spiritually. They themselves, they may not know. With constant opposition. Constant opposition. You see the story of a trainer, a sadhu, telling the person who has come with great distress to him that he wants to, do something physically. Sit and meditate is one thing, but something should happen. So he told him this huge mountain rock is there above you and we are inside the cave. Every day you push this rock. What? Every day you should push this. You should try to. How impossible to push? No. Don't say impossible, you should try first. That is your sadhana. Every day you must push. So every day he was pushing. What sadhana is this here? This thing will never budge even 1 micron, 1 millimeter also it won't budge. But he was doing that sadhana regularly. Pushing every day. Still pushing. But after a long time, he came and asked, what is the use of this? So he said, see how strong you have become. You become very strong. Then only he noticed that my body has become very strong. Why? Every day I'm pushing this massive mountain, trying to move it. In the process, he did not notice that he was becoming strong. Then he told him, this is what will happen to you. Those difficulties that you're facing, if you continue to stand up to it and continue your religious process and continue your spiritual life, you'll become internally very strong. That is when you will become successful. He gave him this example. So, we should know that bad times, good times, all are actually bad times. Prabhupada says in the Bhagavatam, there is nothing like bad time, good time. It's all time without Krishna is bad time, he said. Generally speaking, that's the criterion. Any time without Krishna is bad time. So if you see bad and good are actually not very useful. Your horoscope is not really very useful. So if you look at Vasudeva and Devaki, they suffered a whole lot of things. Kamsa ready to kill his sister Devaki. And Vasudeva had to plead and do the greatest of counseling and diplomatic talks and everything to put his sword down. He used his best, political knowledge, diplomacy, everything, and convinced Kamsa. And Kamsa had faith in Vasudeva. And then after that they get jailed again. Because Narada Muni comes and steps on the accelerator and says, this type of thing will not go on. Krishna will take more long time to come. Let's put a fast forward on this. He went and told Kamsa. He was very good friends with everybody. Both the Asuras and the Devas, he is very good friend. Because he belongs to neither of the group. He belongs to Krishna. So he keeps good relationship with both of the groups. Because he is somehow trying to introduce both of them to Krishna consciousness. He is transcendental to both. So he moves very seamlessly from here to there, from the Asuras group to the Devas group. He'll go there. So he went here also and said, Kamsa said, you're a very good friend of mine. Yeah, I want to tell you a secret. The big meeting is going on there, on that side. Why? All the demigods have got together and they are meeting. 33 crores people together, they are meeting. The world's largest leadership meeting was there. Why? They have all been given instruction. They are all going to appear and take birth in this world, and then Krishna is going to come. Ooh. He revealed the full plan to Kamsa. Beware. I just want to tell you, I am your good friend. He went and said this. He dropped the idea in Kamsa's head. He quietly dropped the idea in Kamsa's head. What is it? Krishna is coming. You are finished. And all the demigods are come to help him. That means demigods and Krishna together are going to go against you. You felt very lonely, Kamsa. My gosh, so many people against me. Vishnu against me and all the demigods against me, and I am alone with some stupid demons with me, Dhenukasura, Aghasura, and all of them. How will I do it? Never mind, I am like this, I am great. So he got puffed up. And that's exactly what Narada Muni wanted to do. So puff him up a little bit, accelerate the whole thing. So there are also devotees accelerating Krishna's activities and his pastimes occurring in this world. And Krishna is appearing. All these things are happening before Krishna appears. Right? Many things happen before Krishna appears. So don't think that one fine day, suddenly I got up and I became Krishna conscious. Wow! Actually, this is exactly one person told me. I remember very long back when we got this land, I had gone to get some money from him, and he said, no, I am very interested in helping you. I'll give you money. But the condition was, I listened to his spiritual exploits. And that was the most austere thing for me to do. It was also boring, because he will explain with action. Just one parvai, one look he gave me, I got initiated under the tree. And then I saw there was some light coming inside. I said, how could you see? There was no mirror there in the forest. No, but I could, feel light coming through his ears and through his eyes, it seems. I don't know how. And then, tap, it happened to me. All these things he will tell, and I had to listen to him. All because he's going to give some money. I said, this is a great austerity. Why I have to listen to all this crap from you in order for me to get a little bit of some money? He was wondering. No, this is service. And then every time he would come here, he would subject me to his. In the night, today I dreamt Hanuman. He was white. My Hanuman is white. In the dream he came, and then he was flying above me like that. And then he came in front of me, and I paid obeisances. He said, no, I will pay obeisance to you. I said, nonsense. All sorts of things you have to hear. I felt very austere. And then finally one day I told him that I think that you are wrong, your dreams are all wrong. What? After that he never stopped, never came here after that. I disappointed him very much. I told him that, this is not correct. Like, how much can I hear, I got to tell you the truth sometime. So I told him the truth. So sometimes it is that we are subjected to many types of things in this world. The truth is different. But devotees of the Lord stay with the truth. They don't live on speculations. They stay with the truth. Our mind is always, taking us to all sorts of trips. And we like to go with the mind wherever it goes. That's what is mental sense gratification. Dreaming. Just let it loose. But in Krishna consciousness, we are telling the mind, no, stop it. It's great austerity. It's actually austerity. You will say, no, you're curtailing my freedom. No, you're curtailing your mind, not your freedom. Actually, by curtailing your mind, you get freedom. It's not that your freedom is curtailed. And that the devotee understands as he does that sadhana. Because in the end, he achieves Krishna. Achieving Krishna is a real freedom. Right? Muktir hitvan yatha rupam swarupena vyavastitihi. Being situated in your original position as a servant of Krishna is really mukti. Mukti is not just getting liberated from this material world alone. Mukti means being situated in eternal devotional service to Krishna. So we prepare ourselves to receive Krishna in a different way. We prepare ourselves by physically keeping clean, mentally keeping clean, and remembering Krishna, bringing Krishna into our consciousness, and as far as possible, refraining from any other unnecessary material indulgence. That is preparation. And a life is a whole preparation for this final Janmashtami. When Krishna is actually appearing inside you, you don't need to be here anymore. Tyaktva deham punarjanmanaiti. There is no necessity for you to hang around here. So Janmashtami is such a deep connotation that if you really understand Janmashtami, as Krishna is saying, you don't have to be in this world again. That is the guarantee given by Krishna. So I wish you all a very happy Janmashtami. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Any question or comment you want to make? Yeah. Quick. Yes.
From Mahalila Mataji, Hare Krishna Maharaj, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj really enjoyed childhood pastimes of Lord. They haven't prepared like Devaki and Vasudeva. Yashoda, why Vasudeva and Devaki underwent these hardships? What does it mean Krishna appears in our heart? He is already there as Paramatma in our heart. Two questions.
It's not that Yashoda and Nanda did not prepare. They also did a lot of austerity and everything to get Krishna as their son. That you can read in the Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto. And their previous lives also is mentioned in the Bhagavatam. It's full of austerity and penance. But then, it's not because of that Krishna appeared to them. That is the question raised by Parikshit Maharaj. How is it possible to achieve Krishna just by austerity? True. Krishna is appearing to them because of their devotion. That's the answer given by Shukadeva Goswami as he relates the beautiful pastimes. So that is one question you asked. The other one is what is the meaning of super soul in the heart? And the super soul in the heart is performing a particular function. That function is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Mattaha smritir jnanam apohanam cha. And upadrashta anumanta bharta bhokta maheshwara paramatmeti chapyukto dehe asmin purusha paraha. That upadrashta and anumanta, witnesser and sanctioner, this is the main function of the super soul. But through the super soul, the Supreme Lord Krishna acts and gives you instructions if you are desirous of devotional service. Right? So, bhakti, when you manifest a devotion to the Lord, the presence of the Lord in your heart assumes a completely different role. It's not the regular function of Upadrashta Anumanta. Everything transforms. You are in love with Krishna, and if He's in your heart, you're always with Him. So you're in great ecstasy. But right now you are not, although Super Soul is in your heart. Why? Because we don't have love for Krishna and very distanced from Krishna. Although very near, we are very far from Krishna. Because our consciousness is not Krishna conscious. Okay? So you can have Krishna stand in front of you, and if you're not Krishna conscious, you may not even recognize Him. Kamsa did not recognize Krishna that way. There are many who could see Krishna in the battlefield. They could not see Krishna that way. It's only the devotees who saw Krishna that way. That is mentioned very nicely. When Krishna goes to kill Kamsa on that arena, Chanura and Mushtika, at that time Krishna and Balaram will get into the arena, and the Bhagavatam describes how different people are seeing Krishna. Brajavasis, especially the Gopas, they can see only Krishna. They can't see Chanura, Mushtika, Napadi. They just don't care, because they know that this context our hero will win. We have seen him killing so many demons. It's sure victory. They are thinking sure victory because they have seen him kill all sorts of demons, sporting. So they were very thrilled because another interval, now another sporting event. And so they're all waiting to see the sporting event, that these fellows will be pulverized. Both these Chanura and Mushtika will be pasted to the ground by these two boys. They know that. For them, they're looking at it in a very different way. Our hero Krishna. Gopis are seeing the beautiful form of Krishna and getting even more lusty and attracted. Look at him walk like that. Then the elderly gopis are feeling, oh, very bad. What is this? All the Mathura Vasis who are also devotees are thinking, this is very unfair. Look at the size of Chanura and Mushtika. My gosh, it is super duper heavy weight against this very lightweight small boys. And they were thinking it's unfair. So each one was looking at it differently, looking at Krishna differently, according to their level of devotion. Right? The same way in the battlefield, it's only Arjuna was occupied with Krishna like this, fully absorbed in Krishna. But the other side, Duryodhana was thinking, both of these people are talking something here. What is the need to waste time now? He's seeing something else. Don't waste time, I want to kill you. He's looking at it in a completely different way. But Krishna has made all the plans already, so he's not worried about anything. He's got all the time in the world to talk to his friend Arjuna. All these fellows are going to die. So there's no problem if I kill them a little later. Whole Bhagavad Gita took about 40 minutes and odd, it seems, in our calculation. So he said 40 minutes delay chalega. Anyway, they're going to die. So he paused, spoke the Bhagavad Gita, and the rest of the thing happened. So the way you see, and the way you see will be according to what consciousness you have. Okay? I hope that is understood. You have a question?
Maharaj, you've been telling that now real Janmashtami comes when you have real greed for Krishna, real desire for Krishna. It's not like just like celebrating our birthday or a friend's birthday or someone's birthday. But as you said, that doesn't come like just a flick in the mobile or just overnight. So tell that, why is it not that now we celebrate Krishna's birthday in a very grand way, inviting people, physically doing things?
That is called sadhana. That is called sadhana. You are waiting for it. If you don't desire, it will become mechanical. So you desire and you perform according to Guru and Krishna's order, according to the Acharya's order. You may not have Krishna consciousness, but you carry out his order, you may get Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, you can sit down in a corner and wait for Krishna to come. It will not come, it will not happen. You have to perform with your senses and your mind and your wealth and your words and your intelligence. That is called sadhana. So that it will awaken. You are awakening a dormant love of Krishna by acting on the physical plane and the mental plane and the intellectual plane. And then the soul awakens. That's the process. Om Tat Sat. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki